This is Kirchhoff's current rule ranking task, and in this problem, it is asking us to rank the current that's flowing through each of the resistors inside of various circuits that they gave us for this problem. Kirchhoff's current rule is what we learned earlier this week, is basically the sum of all the current going into a junction is equal to sum of all the current going out of a junction. And a junction is a connection point where there are three or more wires connected to it. So for problem A, there is one junction right here. It's connected by resistor A, B, and C. And there's also a junction point right here. So notice that there are three identical resistors inside of this circuit. This means that we don't have to do a lot of math in order to figure out how much current is actually going through the individual resistor. We just have to look at the relationship between all of them in order to rank them. So notice that B and C are in parallel to each other. This means that once the current leaves the battery and goes through A and join this junction, it will have to decide on whether to go B or C. And since B and C are equal to each other, we can say that they'll be evenly split between B and C. So B and C will be equally smaller than A. And that's the solution to problem A. For problem B, it's a little bit more complicated because A and B are now in a series. And A and B combined is parallel to C. So what that means is when the current leaves the battery and join this junction, it will have to decide on whether to go left or right. And since left has two resistors, it will be less inclined to go to the left, and so more electron will go to the right where C is. So we can say that C will receive most of the current, while A and B are sharing one stream of current through the left branch. So we can say that A and B is equally smaller than C. For problem C, um, they added one extra branch to the problem A. So instead of going the current going just to A, it is being shared with D. And notice that D and the left branch is sharing the same wire input and the same wire output. Red for input and blue for output. So this means that A, B, and C is parallel to D. So we can say that D is now automatically biggest because it's only being streamed. The current is only going through D and leaving out through D. And now is A will be bigger than B and C because B and C are sharing one stream of current while A has one stream of current to itself. So we can say that A, even though it's less than D, it will still be bigger than C and B. And C and B will be equally smaller than A and D because they are parallel to each other and they are smaller than D by default. So that's all the problem for this one Mastering Physics homework.